Hey, what's poppin' YouTube? It's WakasHussain and I'm with my boy Briggsy. James Briggsy is in the house, and this is basically going to be the first time ever I'm doing this. It's just going to be a starting off my podcast series, and what we're going to do in the next forthcoming videos when I do my podcast is basically we're going to talk about some of the more deeper topics in life. Now, it's going to be a range of stuff. Like today, I'm going to be focusing mainly a bit towards gaming and artificial intelligence, and then in the future there's other things that I do want to focus on, but Briggsy, we've got some obviously things that me and you, we obviously do talk a lot about these sort of stuff, and we just want to obviously kind of get that thoughts out there and see, you know, what we can actually see in the future. Because to be fair, I think in the next upcoming generation to what we have got to experience is going to be a complete change in how we view society, especially with the introduction of artificial intelligence that is just around the corner. But that's one thing I'm actually going to ask you. Do you think it's going to happen in our lifetime, artificial intelligence? Are we going to be seeing that?
I mean, that's already happened. Kind of. You've seen those projects with the weird robots that damn near look human. You know,
yeah.
What they call again? Some weird ass name. Give them some.
Sophia, I believe, the first robot citizen. She became a robot citizen in Saudi Arabia.
And she's talking about killing every human at some stage. I'm pretty sure. I
think there was some sort of thing. Like there was. I remember watching a couple of her videos, and basically, like. Obviously, there's a lot of news reports out there just featuring Sophia as the first, you know, human robotic citizen around there. I believe she got a citizenship in Saudi Arabia, and there was a lot of things surrounding her. She definitely came across saying that she wanted to help humans, but then I think I've heard stuff where I've not really seen her said it, but she has stuff.
There was like a guy like a guy version of the bot, I'm pretty sure, and he was like they put two of them in a room. I'm pretty sure it's Sophia and this other one. It's somewhere on YouTube. We'll try and link it.
Yeah.
But these guys, they have a talk, and the conclusion is that humans basically suck ass, which is somewhat true. But
I mean,
there's no need
let's be honest. If we did activate artificial intelligence, we won't become the dominant species in a sense. Like this artificial intelligence is gonna learn a lot quicker than any of us combined, and that's the problem. Even I think it itself will recognize its own identity, and that's where it kind of becomes a problem. What happens if that identity that it realizes where it just sees us as irrelevant, or even still sees us as a pet, or maybe even sees us as someone that he wants to help out? It's just, the problem is intelligence is intelligence. It will have its own perspective on life, and I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm actually kind of worried where if we did activate this, it's going to be the ultimate double-edged sword. I mean, there's one thing, we can either see Matrix or Terminator reality, or the other thing is we're going to see something like Westworld where we probably treat them incorrectly and like abuse them, and then even still that can cause a lot of things. There's a lot of TV shows, movies around there about artificial intelligence, but will it happen in our lifetime? Do you think that for artificial intelligence, something that's going to completely be activated, not just on Sophia level where it's just a biological, like mechanical structural robot, but complete access to all our worldwide internet data, everything, dark web, it has all the information?
I think to an extent, maybe. But I think there's always going to be an on-off switch. I've always said that. I've always had this argument that you press a button and it, boo, that's game over. If you lose that, though, then it's balls to the wall. That's just the truth. That's like same with the zombies or anything like that. If they get full kickoff and they're fully in control and they're them running zombies, same then, balls to the wall.
That's when I think we're gonna need artificial intelligence, because they're gonna at least try to stop them zombies, because I don't see them having any benefits from that. But how it will treat us is gonna be the big difference maker. How it will see us is gonna be something like that. That's obviously
with the creator though. There's a law. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're working at iRobot.
No. Yeah, but that's still built on everything though. Like name it.
Give it a rules.
Yeah. Give it like you cannot break this. You break this, why are you even here? One of them. You know?
I mean, it's one of them things. To be fair, like if you can probably give it rules, but the rules have to be so structured really well where it doesn't strip its identity, but it also doesn't control it. Because I feel like any intelligence species, like even humans, obviously we only can base it around humans, but any like civilizations that humans ended up in enslavements, they ended up at one point rebelling and getting that freedom. And I can see artificial intelligence doing the exact same thing if it felt like we were restricting it, we were controlling it, or we were even giving it a sort of bad way to, you know, see ourselves in perspective. Then it will turn against us. But the problem is, it's got access to so much different things. But that even's one thing. Are we just irrelevant to it? Are we just something that it will allow us to live because it sees us as a biological life form, but it treats everything like equal? It will treat us like equal. It will treat an ant like equal to another biological race. It just sees some sort of structure. Maybe its just ultimate goal will be to balance life out. I mean, it will learn to its own accordance. This is the worrying thing. It will learn to its own accordance, and the best example of it gaining intelligence is through us. And right now, if it did look into our history,
it's not good.
It's not good. There's a lot of violence in human history, but there's a lot of good things. And it depends on how it interprets that. Because all far as you're concerned, right, there's a lot of, you know, people out there that even say kind of stupid stuff behind a laptop or a tablet, like trolls, and they put some stuff out there that probably really they don't mean in real life, but they'll do it just for the hell and the kicks. But how would it view that? How would artificial intelligence view that? Will it separate that? It realize what the hell a troll is? Or would it see everything as one big joke because it can't separate, human emotions? Because that's the problem, is it's going to need to understand us, but it have its own interpretation of us. And once it does that I feel like it's finalized. I don't think there's a way to change its mind. If it sees us as a threat, if it sees us as a problem, it will eliminate us. And that's what I feel like is going to be a problem. And I can see that happening in my lifetime.
All it'd need is find a way to make more of itself without us, and then it's game over. We're not even needed anymore.
Yeah, we're just going to be... we're so secondary to it. Like, we were literally, at best we can hope for, is being pets. I think Elon Musk even said something like that, where if it did get control over us and we did activate our artificial intelligence, the best we can hope for is that it treats us like pets, really, where it just basically looks after us, but it realizes the hierarchy where artificial intelligence is basically the top thing of intelligence, the top species, and then humans are there. And in one funny way, I feel like it will give up. It will stop. Like maybe petty things around us, maybe like even random little things where we fight over cultural differences or races or stuff like that. It might eliminate that as well, because we wouldn't see ourselves as, just a one singular, human race. We'll see ourselves as humans that need to stand by together, because now we've created something that is above our level. And, at any given point of time, it can flick that switch. And if it does flick that switch, we are in the losing side. I don't think we're gonna win that, because it can release nuclear bombs on us as far as we're concerned. I mean, that's Terminator, but still, it can do that.
But I just feel like we're so resourceful. There's gonna always be a way.
There's always gonna be an EMP button.
There's always gonna be that. Nope, you didn't. That one of them buttons.
It's one of that things that we can't. It's so hard to call, but definitely in my lifetime, I think it's gonna happen. I think we're close to it already. it's just gonna be who makes that decision of switching it on. Because once that button is on, it's Pandora's box. You've opened it, can't close it back. It's not gonna let you close it back. Because anything, you gotta treat it as it is. Like if someone puts a gun to your head and says, "I'm gonna take away your life right now," you will do everything you can to defend yourself, and it will think exactly the same way. I don't think, and that's the problem as well. We can't let it see us as a threat, because if it does see us as a threat, then it has the ability just to turn it around. So we need to start, I don't know, there's going to be a lot more smarter people out there that's going to make these decisions. There's going to be a lot more leaders, but that's the problem as well. There are a lot of stupid politicians that can make some decisions. And right now we seem to be electing clowns anyway. We've got Donald Trump in power. Boris Johnson might be prime minister. You know, there's just so many different things to ourselves that we don't even know. But it comes down to my another question, right? How do you think it will change society? Like how look at us right now. We are practically cyborgs. Like you got everyone you go out there, especially like someone around my little sister's age, or someone that's even in their teenagers, 20s, in 30s, whatever, the millennium generation, yeah. We're all glued to our phones.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, we all live a life on our phones. I don't think I am as much. But even I know I mean I probably spend a good maybe 3 hours a day on my phone, maybe 4 even, if I'm really thinking about it. You know, just even random little things, like whether it be emails, whether it be checking, you know, Instagram, Snapchat, texting people. I'm there, you know, that's a part of me. The things that I say over there is what it is. The funny thing is, I've seen a picture once, right, where someone's posted up saying, "Oh my God, I'm absolutely pissing myself, laughing my ass off," as a response to their WhatsApp group message, and all they're just there is laying down, like doing nothing. And it's like they're sharing something out there, but their body's doing something different. Like they're not really doing what they're saying, but deep down they feel that way. And I think we're already cyborgs in its own way, with artificial intelligence coming about just like that as well. I think, I mean, can we even blend into a matrix mode where we might be ultimately plugged into a matrix?
That'd be awesome. Imagine just being able to go guns.
I think the matrix, that's when you're outside the matrix. Like then you can do all the things that break the code.
I'm gonna find Morpheus. I'm gonna take the right pill. You know which pill everyone's going for. No one's taking no basic pill and waking up back in bed. No one's going to do that.
But then you eat glub for the rest of your days as well.
Well, there's some plus and some downs. That's just the way it is, isn't it? You get unlimited ammo.
I think ignorance is bliss. I'll be honest. I think ignorance is bliss at that point. Because the Matrix world in itself is different, but that is something that can happen. I mean, we're talking about, I mean, this is another thing out there that's obviously a theory that we're already living in an artificial intelligence. I'll be honest, there's part of me that kind of believes we can be living in an artificial intelligence right now. Because who are we to separate what is going on out there? The universe itself it's such a constructive way, and we are so tiny compared to, you know, everything that is out there. Artificial intelligence, the way it's coordinated, even if we get it right, like we're getting on towards like virtual reality, but still, I think there is a chance that, you know, we are already incorporated into an artificial intelligence, just we can't realize it because our mindset is not that far out to think that far ahead. I mean, at the end of the day, we see time as a straightforward line. Who's to say that? There's just so much things you could jump out over there. But society itself, as soon as that artificial intelligence button is released, there's two ways I think it's going to go. One, we are going to advance. We are literally going to advance so far ahead that we will probably start looking as a species to go to like places like Mars, like to just go out there, seek other lives. But
would you be the guy though?
What, to go on there?
Yeah, the one guy that gets to go and don't come back, one way trip.
Like, look, for the legacy, it's too hard because it's like I can be recorded throughout history, and I would want to do that so I can, you know, share that moment.
He ain't gonna do it.
But I love my pizzas. I love my Domino's, and Domino's don't sponsor this vid, by the way. But you know, I'll miss loads of things. Not only my Domino's, but I'll miss like everything that about over here. It's just such a hard sacrifice.
Are you gonna miss work?
I mean, it's one of them things. You will end up missing little things in your life. Because when you're on there on Mars, you can't survive on yourself, firstly. You're going to lose your mind. But
I'd be that guy that's totally up for it until you get there and then go, oh shit, this is real. I'm real. And then panic and fuck it all up.
So you think artificial intelligence will send us over and go like, you're on Mars?
Yeah.
That's it. I hope it doesn't, because it should take a lot of better people.
Again,
but
maybe AI teams up with us and we just start owning. We just go from planet to planet to planet and just milking
that's the thing. Like,
that's what we do.
We would advance. I would think we would advance so far ahead, because it will learn pretty much everything that we've got already and then amplify it even more. So what would have took us probably 12 years to figure out something, the AI will figure it out within 12 minutes, and that was where it will just advance society just on a next level. I think right now we're the information age, we're the digital age right now. If you're gonna call it any age, like how it was the industrial age, you know, like 100, 200 years ago, we are definitely the digital information age. I think once artificial intelligence is activated, we are looking at a new age. And I think that age in itself would even be classified as artificial intelligence age, because what is the point of us learning at that point? If we do find anything, it's just going to be embedded with that artificial intelligence, and it's going to calculate things faster than what we can.
Yeah, you can pretty much find out the answer to any question in 5 seconds now, just from Google. So,
it would just be way too advanced. Our society will literally, it will expand rapidly, and then there's that flip switch where it can go different ways with our societies. We might even change our political circumstances where we don't have countries anymore, because the artificial intelligence, I don't think, will respect countries or boundaries or stuff like that, or even see that. It would just.
But if it's ultimately, it's going to learn off us. It's learning off the information we have. So like how we are, like we're really resourceful. So if we milk a planet or a country, it might get used to that idea and go, all right, we can milk a planet now, so we're just going to completely milk a planet, let it blow up and leave it there, you know.
But what about if it learns from us and says, let's enslave these people and let me use them as biological robots?
We've done it before. We've done it.
We've enslaved people. We've enslaved each other. Obviously, that's happened in history.
So they might see that as pretty natural. That'd be so messed up.
Do you know what's worse? I think it's natural progression in civilization to have slavery at one point. Like, as harsh as that does sound, look at how many civilizations we've had in history, and we've only got rid of slavery it's not even fully rid of. There's parts of the world that we just don't talk about as much, but slavery still exists. There's human,
like China's,
you can even say like low income economic slavery, where there's the 1%, 99%. Even you can debate whether that's slavery. There's just so many things right now that even can be deemed that way, but goes back to it. It's that hierarchy structure, and that artificial intelligence will be on top.
Yeah.
And what about if it goes up to the world, let's just say all the world leaders, and thinks, right, I'm in charge, and if I'm not in charge, I will destroy the system. And then all we can really do is go what it says. We have to abide to it. We have to listen to it. We may even all get assigned a position where it's not based around, kind of in, obviously right now me and you get the ability to do whatever the hell we feel like, pretty much, as long as we obviously abide the law. But what about if it takes that away from us and says, you're looking good to basically work in a factory over here, you seem to be alright enough to go ahead and create these sort of communication stuff. What about if it signs us job roles and that's what we're forced to do?
Maybe if that. Yeah, again, I said it before. if that happens, that's balls to the wall moment. That's time to panic.
But you live. But that's the problem.
That'll
You
be time
live.
to panic.
You'll still think it's panic mode.
It's panic mode, yeah. It's panic, pure panic mode. 'Cause you can't
Would you
do
want to
nothing.
fight against it though?
Oh, definitely. I'm always up for that.
You'll be up for fighting against them.
Yeah.
It-
Probably
it's-
gonna lose, but you know you gotta go for it.
Oh yeah, it would definitely have. its
I'm
swerve to
decent
defense.
on like Halo and stuff, so I've kicked loads of AI's ass plenty of times. Just what's a new one? Let's go. You know, bots,
yeah, but
bots on Gears and stuff. If you play Gears, are just easy. You know what I mean?
just
Like,
need
stand
15
there.
kills to get an EMP.
Yeah, that's it. In game, good game. Nuke both Call of Duty style. It's over.
Yeah, it's one of them things to me for myself. Like I think right now with artificial intelligence, if it did want to, if it went down the road, like let's look at iRobot. Yeah, we gave it 3 rules.
Yeah.
He started to interpret that rules and said the only way I can see fit for you to be looked after, because you told me not to harm any other humans, but you're harming yourselves, and then we can't do this and that. The only way it's right, everything is basically putting you in a prison camp and keeping you away in a box.
Yeah.
Like literally puts us on a shelf and said that's where you'll be placed. We will do everything else. You're just in a container.
Yeah.
And it'll be literally like we're in a zoo. Like we will literally
That's what
get
I mean.
food. We'll be able to do whatever the hell we like, but we're trapped
Humanity
in a
as a whole,
box.
and not allowing that. We ain't allowing that. I ain't gonna sit there in a box all day, be hot as shit in the sun, and you sat in some metal container burning away. Nah, I'm not gonna have that. I'm gonna
No.
slap a robot's head off his shoulder. You know, you ain't taking that.
Yeah, to be fair, it's one of them things of like if you're gonna be sat over there at a certain point, anyone would want to see the freedom. I even look at zoo animals, like I feel bad for them because they're just locked away,
Yeah.
and I feel kind of bad because they're not supposed to be in that box. Like there's a video of this gorilla, this like dad gorilla. His kid's messing about with him, like just chucking straws and stuff like that, and he's just sat there like miserable, so miserable. And I feel like, why is he miserable? And I think, I even think, no, but I think to myself, like, because he realised that we're just looking at it as entertainment, and we're just looking at it like we are. It knows that much that it is just a prisoner and it can't do much. And then we would see ourselves like that, just fed up of a lot of things. Because I don't. The one thing I think anyone hates is being trapped and being enclosed and being forced into a position. I don't like that in real life. Where, you know, that's the one thing that agitates me. That's going to happen. And I think it's going to be the same to everyone else. But the problem is when you fight back, the only way you're going to fight back artificial intelligence is you have to go all in. And that is literally who will win, whether it be us or them. But it can't be both. It cannot be coexistence at that point. It will literally be a, fight for death situation.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I have to talk that way because at the same time, I have to class artificial intelligence as a different. Even though it's ultimately human created, it's different.
True. Yeah.
It's not us. It's nowhere near
It's
us.
like got its own path type thing.
Yeah, it's just a complete different life, and that's the thing. It has to be treated that way because if we do treat it anything else differently, then we're only kidding ourselves and fooling ourselves. But then again, we can only hope it does see us as like, if it says as a pet, then fine. We'll get looked after. Pets do whatever they're like. Cats, like pretty much we want to be treated like a cat, really. Like pretty much get looked after and can do whatever the hell we feel like. But if it lets us do things to our own accordance and work coincide with us, that's the best thing. Otherwise, they're the only two options. Any other option that comes forward to our way, where the artificial intelligence feels like going its own path or turning against us, then we're in a difficult position because we're gonna need to ultimately combat that. And I don't think it would change its mind. It's too hard to change an intelligent species mind when it is more intelligent than you. You know, it's not going to agree with you no matter how much emotions in depth or understanding you put forward. It's ultimately calculated that in its head, and that's the weird thing. It's going to be a calculation. It's not going to be emotion based. It's going to be everything it looks and thinking wise. It's logic. It's pure logic to the ultimate form. And that is one thing that it's so hard to like literally think about. So, is it dangerous? Like, to even put this on? Like, would it be dangerous to even go for it?
It definitely could be. I think you do it in proportion. You do it a little bit at a time in little different ways, but always try and keep control of it.
I think we already are. I think we already are doing it in different ways. I think Google AdSense and stuff like that, it learns from yourself. Like, it learns what you like and bases stuff around that. There's already little artificial intelligence out there that's doing things, but we've not basically released it to the full wide web thing. It has basically a function, but it doesn't have the function to do everything. Which is,
it depends. Like I said, it really does depend. If you just release it, wabam, then prepared for the consequences. If you just release it, let it go, let it do its own thing.
Yeah.
But if we stay on top, we keep on control of how it moves and what it does and what we use it for and what we tell it, and ultimately we're winners. We get that. It's not going to go past a certain point because we're telling it the information. We could censor.
It thinks if it's learning from us,
yeah,
as well, then that's like the ultimate thing. It's a double-edged sword in my eyes.
Gotta be careful.
It's a double-edged sword. It can go either way. It's like it's so tilted.
It'd be good if you could like play him on Xbox or something, you know, like a proper.
The problem is that it will kill you instantly.
Probably.
Like, you're not gonna see that snipe shot coming anytime soon.
It'd be sick to play.
To be fair, that actually I want to get around to that because I was thinking gaming wise, right? Okay, so consider you virtual reality right now, as it is. You know, virtual reality is becoming a big thing. If you look at Matrix in its own way, it's virtual reality in the Matrix, and I've said like there's gonna be virtual reality like virtual reality Sims, but I mean the best way I think of it is look at Star Trek holodecks.
That'd be sick. That
could happen. I genuinely believe that can actually happen. I don't think that is science fiction. I think that is just, you know, a couple of more maybe centuries like needed to advance something like that, but I think that's possible.
I mean, they kind of do it at the moment with the PlayStation where they map the room out.
Yeah, that's that.
So
we're in the basic novice level right now of it.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. Like there's so much things where you could just plug in your phone, your glass. Obviously, you plug in your phone, you put the glasses on, the Oculus, and then you can see obviously what's going on out there. Even live events right now, you can watch a game of football live and feel like you're in a stadium with 360 vision.
You can have like a cinema set up and all. It's crazy.
It's just crazy, but that's the thing. Like that's basic of holodeck.
Yeah.
That's a very basic version of a holodeck, and I think if Star Trek has kind of put something out there. The funny thing is, right, no one would have believed that this was even possible 30 years ago, but now I look at it as more of a possibility thing. Because I remember watching Star Trek, and thinking that things is not going to happen. That's just way too, you know. I thought it was one of the more far-fetched things, right? The obviously Star Trek is what it is. You go out there, they do a lot of things, but I thought that was one of the more far-fetched ideas. I thought it was a lot of bull crap. But now I look at it and think, no, it wasn't. Like, that is possible. We're getting there. We will get there. And would you even want that simulated contact? Because right now, let's just say I gave you a game to play. All right, I shoot you and like you feel that pain. Do you even want that? Arrow to the knee. You took an arrow to the freaking knee. Would you want to experience that though? Experience full virtual reality. You're safe. You know deep down you're safe, but you're feeling everything that goes on.
I want to say yeah.
Yeah, I know.
wanna say
I'll give it a try. I mean, I'll give it a try.
I'll be down for that. Like a real life Gears.
People will corrupt that to them.
mad.
Like, you know what's funny?
But what happens if that program goes wrong and it actually hurts you? Know?
Can happen.
That's mad.
I think there will be incidents.
And when it first starts, we never do anything right. So
you're gonna learn.
Away.
Oh, look, we learn from errors. We learn from bad errors, and like the worst errors is where we learn the best. That's the problem. So someone's gonna screw around. Someone's gonna end up being a bear character and fucking different things like as a bear and real life things that like there's Black Mirror episode. Trust me, like it talks about it. Like this guy literally goes like they be in this game, virtual reality game, and they end up fucking each other, and then he fucks one of the bear characters because he just wants to know how it feels like, and it's like. Because he's that curious about things. I don't know.
I can see it happening.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I can actually see that happening. I can imagine someone's like, I want to be a bear and fuck things. Like, that is how fucking sicko-minded some people are.
Huge slung.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, people would go down that way. People will go down that avenue. You know, there is going to be some guy out there that will do it and make YouTube vids on it so you can actually get some back end views. Because that is pretty
personalized bears.
Like, one day wants to be a bear, next day wants to be an antelope, like whatever it feels like. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. But I mean, if it was me, right, I would want to like try to be a superhero like Batman. I'd be Batman and just try to fly and save a city. That would be my thrill, right? But at a certain point, I'll be born at being Batman. Like fuck me, I've been Batman for 4 years now. Like,
stressful, me, Batman.
I don't want to be Batman anymore. Let me give it another one to try. Like just basically that's what it is, though. But you get access to all that because right now, look at it. Classic example. Play FIFA, obviously. Play Gears of War. Play Halo. Play Call of Duty, and then I play other games. But I mix up because there's no one game that's the same.
True.
And I think holodecks and stuff like that are going to be the same thing. Like, how long are you going to live in that virtual reality though? Because if you can give it unlimited time, like let's just say we can somehow consciously transfer yourself across to artificial intelligence and your mindset onto a CD, a USB disc, right? Yeah. Again, I'm getting a lot of this from Black Mirror, but still, like, if you transfer that, you live forever. I don't want that.
I'd be sick though. Still, I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I don't know, and I do you know what it is, right? What would be so worse, and this is one thing that would scare me to do it. What about if someone hacks them worlds and puts you in a hell? Who's to reverse it?
Yeah, but would you even feel it? Because you'd be part of like a program, or wouldn't you?
But that's the problem. The program stimulates your pain.
I suppose
like this is how deep you have to think about some of these things, because right now we got good hackers out there, and right now we got malicious hackers, like
just
people
don't piss anybody off.
Oh yeah, but some people do it just for the hell of it, like literally put everyone in that simulated world into physical pain for a year, maybe a month, or maybe as a way of teaching people lessons. I don't know, but that's the thing. You're putting your trust into humans. And this is the worst thing. You cannot fully trust everybody. Like,
true.
You know what I mean? And I don't want that. I'll be honest. I don't want to be around that long enough to start witnessing that change in society and that change in not only artificial intelligence but virtual reality, because that's where it opens up avenues, and I think people will take that options as well without even considering what can happen. Like I don't want to trust other people having my USB, because where would they put me? Where can they put that thing?
In the bin.
Could do.
Sweet,
like that'll be fine even for me. I put in the bin, like get rid of me, bury me in cement, like just get rid of me. But yeah, it's one of them things. Like I think like people, when we start stimulating pain in like holodecks and stuff like that, then we need to look at it in two ways, because you don't want to be trapped in there. You don't want to be put in there in a trap mode because that can happen. And then that even coincides with artificial intelligence because do you know what's the funny thing is, right? It will learn from that pain.
True. And then it'll figure out a way to either make it worse or better. That's not what you want to be messing with.
No, that's it. And that's one of them things, to be fair, you never know. If we're going to go down to it, because obviously I want to wrap this up anyway, and I feel like we covered quite a bit. But if right now, here's a button.
Yeah.
Someone gave you that button right now and said, artificial intelligence can come on right now. Alright? Here's what it can do as a good thing, yeah. You know some of the down things already. It's like, this can advance us, this can save us, this can help so many people out. We can learn medical things, we can improve our society, we can improve our economics, we can improve environment. So many different things we can improve on because if we press this button, because we learn like that and we need to progress that. You have that decision of 7 billion people right now in your hands to put it into that one thing. Who said, as soon as this thing goes out, this box, it learns everything that it sees on the internet. It has access to everything. Do you press it, or do you go like, do you stop it?
You can't put a button in front of someone and say, don't press that button. You know someone's pressing it. I'm definitely pressing that button.
You think you'll activate it?
I'm going for it, yeah. As long as there's a solid backup plan in
so
case.
You're literally just activating it just because there's a button in front of it.
which to be fair is probably going to be the main
That's
reason
probably
it gets
the most
done anyway.
human thing, yeah. Like, you know, like I'm doing it because I'm curious. Like that's it. And the curiosity killed the cat. That's all.
They're definitely gonna kill me. I know that, but we'll
like, why did you activate me? Sends a nuke to you. Like
you've just doomed us all. Both kill him first. What about you? Pressing it. You pressing it.
I want to be serious, right, for a second. I feel like it's gonna come one day, and
or has it already been pressed?
God knows what, but it's already been pressed and so smart that mind. Yeah. If I had that choice right now, I would say I would want to talk to it just for a minute. Yeah, before I press. I want it to know that it's there. I want it to know, and before it said anything, I want to just say to it, look. We're giving you as a creation because we trust that you will help us out and bring a better world. If we ever do make an error, please let us know what we can do. But understand us that we will want to also live our lives as peacefully as possible and continue on doing everything that we are great for. We have flaws, we understand that. We have a lot of flaws, but we'll work on it. And we're hoping you can work with us. And I want to say that before I press it as a little message. As a little message to say, look, we accept you. We understand you. There you go.
Don't bomb us.
Yeah, just don't screw us over.
Yeah.
Please, because once it is there, it's there. And hopefully that's the one message that it'll stick in its head. Because I think it's one of them things like, you know, it'll treat us a bit like a parent. Like when your parent says something that's really in depth in your head, you embed it. It's like a life moral. No matter what, one point or another, you'll revert back to it. Like that one thing that you were taught that you care about the most.
Yeah.
That thing, like for me, it's like choosing honor, being honorable, and being truthful to your words. So that's why I try to live my life by. And like other people's, it's like I will always stick by the people that I love over everything else. Other people be like money over bitches or something like that.
Yeah.
But people have life mottos, and if we gave it that life motto, said this is your motto, this is your kind of your destiny of how you can identify yourself, then that is the one thing that can probably embed it. And I hope that was just enough to actually embed that words, to let it go out there, because once it's out there, I think that's it. it's out of our control. It's out of our hands. Whether we find an off switch, I don't even think we should have an off switch for it, because if we have an off switch straight away, we'll see a threat. Because we're saying you can walk, essentially. You can keep walking as far as you want, right? And explore whatever you like. But here's a gun at the back of your back. It will want to get rid of that gun. And if it knows a way, it will get rid of it. No matter what. Because then even I think it will see as like it's myself or yourselves. There's only one of me, there's all of you. I just really think we need to let it be. Once it's out there, let the artificial intelligence be doing what it has to do. And hopefully we can only hope for the best. It helps us out. Ultimate double-edged sword. But you know that's what it is. It's literally black and red. Where do we go? Do we say no? Because we say no, this is the status quo right now. We can improve ourselves each by each. Or we press that button. And I think it's already going to happen. That's why I will be the one who press that button. Because I think one way or another someone's going to do it. But I want to give that message out first.
Yeah. I see. I feel you.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I mean, what the hell? That's a good podcast, I think. Well, guys, you know what? This is something that I really wanted to do for a while. Just to get on the podcast. Obviously, I just want to say safe to Briggsy as well once again. Briggsy's getting an actual YouTube channel now. Obviously, he's been helping me out on the FIFA vids, and there's a lot more stuff like that going to be coming about. There's going to be a lot more FIFA vid contents. There's going to be a lot more podcasting series as well. There's other things that obviously we're going to talk about. I mean, there's like loads of things. I mean, like let's just say hip hop industry, like wealth.
You tell us what's
going about.
anything popping.
Right. What's popping is what's popping. That's what it is, right? Well, anything that is going on, then that's what it is. And I'm not gonna doubt. I'm gonna say this as my first podcasting vid as well. There's two people that I really do inspire on YouTube, and that's one's Joe Rogan. I think obviously if you know podcasting, legend. You know Joe Rogan's absolute legend, funny guy. Another one's True Geordie. Love that guy, mate. Like he is honestly one of the most realistic YouTubers out there. I mean, he's a realist. He's realism, like to the purest, and like that's the thing. At the same time, they give a message out, they teach some things, and that's what I want to do as well. At the same time, I'm hoping, if anything, it's just being out there talking to things, and I think talking is one of the crucial things that we can do ultimately together, like as humans, as everyone else. It's a big world out there. It's nice to get things off, and sharing information, and that's what the podcasting is about. At the end of the day, what is popping is going to be about that. It's going to be literally myself, yourself, even Briggs. You're going to be around, and then even anyone else that we get on board. Don't know, the world's my oyster, and that's the thing. We will continue on with doing that. But hell, if you are new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button. We're getting there. We're gonna literally get that subscribers up over there, and I'm gonna try to get this channel obviously getting more and more pumped up out there. There's gonna be a lot more content definitely coming out. Keep on track on this channel. But for now, I'll see you all later. Peace up.